And good evening once again mga kaibigan, I am DJ Sphere.
And I'm Jay.
You're watching the Garena Premier League 2014 Summer Season laban sa pagitan ng Team IPT versus Team ng TPA Assassins. And this is the first time na mag-meet sila sa ating Summer Season. And this is the first game, I think, na maglalaro si Azubo TPA Assassins, Chawi, for the first time sa kanilang team ng TPA.
Yeah, so this will be really exciting. Actually, the game has started, so we'll go straight into the champ select right now. On the blue side, we have Imperial Pro Team, and on the purple side, we have Azubu TPA. Now, of course, the first ban coming from IPT is the LeBlanc, and TPA responded by banning out Cassidin. So, ngayon pa lang, binanag si Cassidin. They don't want it to be forgotten. Baka makalimutan na iban later on. And IPT deciding to ban out Deacon as their second ban for the day.
Well, hindi na, no questions asked ba sa mga bans dito. They banned out LeBlanc, they banned out Decent as well. Two very effective champions in the jungle and in the laning phase dito, in the mid lane. Cassadin, kahapon, kaya na sinabi ko kanina, nakita natin siya since yesterday, at sa mga laban kanina, ang mga score niya dito, laging 8-0, 6-0, sobrang laki ng advantage niya during the laning phase. Lalo na kapag mayroong contribution coming from their junglers dito. If ever na kung sino maging jungler nila, yun lalo magbibigay sa kanya ng malaking contribution to win the laning phase. They banned Kale as well for team of Zubo TPA Assassins. And pinag-iisipan mo mabuti ng team ng IPT dito kung sino yung dapat nila i-shutdown for team ng Azubo TPA Assassins. Take note mga kaibigan, sa lahat ng di nakakilala kay Chawi, siya po ay ang dating member ng team ng SGS. So, kung di ako nagkakamali, siya din yung mid laner before ng SGS na galing sa AD carry, napunta sa mid lane, at ngayon siya ang mid lane ng team ng TPA. So, this is going to be a very interesting match between team TPA versus team ng IPT. So, sana makita tayo ng medyo unusual na klase ng strategy ngayon. Once again, like what we've seen sa mga previous matches ng team ng TPA dito. So, ngayon, they pick up Lulu for their first pick, as most probably for the mid lane dito, for team of IPT.
Alright, so it looks like TPA BB will be very happy if ever they locked in this Twitch. He's been dominating many matches with Twitch in the past few days, or past few games he's played in the competitive scene. Of course, they haven't really picked up a nice. Of course, to complement Twitch, it has to be Thresh. So bottom lane for TPA is Thresh.
The best duo.
This is basically their best game, or best picks here in the bottom lane. So looks like IPT Fear and Shadow will have their work cut out for them in this game.
So ngayon, I think there is some swap, or no, Bebe will still going for their support, I mean for the AD carry, and Jay will go for the support role. And I think dati ay ang jungler nila ay si start with letter N eh.
Dinter.
Yun, Dinter, sorry.
Dinter. Yeah, so they got actually
Dinter.
They picked up Azubu TPA Sniper Wins from the sister team and has been moved to the TPA. Actually, Wins was able to join TPA in the Paris All-Stars this 2014, just a few weeks ago, and they didn't really get to perform that well because that adjustment was very sudden for them.
Sobrang bilis kasi ng pagbabago nila.
So hopefully Wins has already adjusted to the new playstyle with the TPA team, and they'll be probably to perform better, but we'll have to see. Of course, we do hope our hometown team will win this match. IPT has picked up one loss already against SF5 yesterday, and I'm sorry, not against SF5, against SAJ rather. So
hopefully makakita tayo ng maganda-gandang win from team ng IPT dito. So looking at the lineup mga kaibigan, for team ng IPT, they have Lulu, Kha'Zix, and Shyvana. For team of Zubo TPA Assassins, we have Twitch, Thresh, Elise, and kung sino pa yung kukunin nila dito for their fourth pick. But I think there's a high possibility that they will get a champion that could give enough crowd control for the mid dito, like Twisted Fate, champions like sobrang dami ng option nila dito.
Yeah,
we have Lissandra, we have Syndra for team of Azubo TPA Assassins.
The Chinese love using Syndra. We've seen so many. I've been watching a lot of the Chinese league, and Syndra's one of their favorite picks. But actually, a last second change here, they decided to get Jax instead, very powerful top laner, to go head to head with Syndra. A while ago, we saw the Jax on the previous game dominate the lane, but as the game progressed, we saw the Shyvana being more powerful as he scales even harder in the late game.
When you're seeing kasi a match between Shyvana and Jax, it's all about who will harass more in the laning phase. Kung sino yung merong advantage dito, siya yung mananalo sa laning phase. Depende kung sino yung magbibigay ng mas masakit or mas mabigat na damage output in the early part of the game, he will win the laning phase. And since walang manang ginagamit si Shyvana compared to Jax that could use mana in every skill na ginagamit niya, makikita mo yung advantage dito ni Shyvana during the laning phase. Ang ginawa kanina from team ng IGL at ang team ng BKT dito, in the bottom lane, kung mapapansin mo na sobrang maharas si Shyvana against kay Jax dito. At dahil doon, hindi nasabayan ng mabuti ni Jax itong si Shyvana trying to win the laning phase dito. And with the 1v1 duel in the bottom lane, Shyvana have the advantage throughout the game. Even though sobrang tanky niya, even though he got his Trinity Force, yung Blade of the Ruin King coming from Shyvana, the Sunfire gave for his champion, gave him enough advantage to win against the Jax. And we all know na kapag si Jax ang kalaban mo, you can't win against him 1v1 kapag lampas siya ng level 6. But since Jax didn't get a good item against si Shyvana, Shyvana dominated Jax dun sa laban na yun.
That's right. And surprisingly, or actually not so surprisingly rather, Chowie did go back to pick up that Syndra for himself.
For the last pick.
Basically, he was just teasing us already with the Syndra pick, but decided to lock in the Jax just for safety there. And IPT Fear and Shadow will actually, I really like the pick coming from IPT Fear and Shadow, picking the Leona and Lucian, which are very good counters to Twitch here. Leona has so many stuns that can really slow down Twitch, and of course IPT Fear's dash can remove any slowing effects, especially if Twitch gets the jump on him.
Yes, I think ang ginawa dito, mapapansin mabuti, since they got Shyvana, they have Kha'Zix, they have Lulu for the first 3 picks for the team of Imperium Pro Gaming team dito. They should have get the Jax kanina since wala na mabubutan si Jax if possible. But siguro just to be safe, they got Jax first. They got Jax first before getting Syndra. So as you can see mga kaibigan, for the lineup of Team TPA, we have Jax, Elise, Syndra, Twitch, and Thresh. For team of IPT dito, we have Shyvana, we have Lulu, Lucian, I think Kha'Zix yung kanilang jungler dito, at kanilang support na si Thresh. I mean, si Lulu. I mean, sorry, forgot si nilagdag na kanina. But, spoiler tayo mga kaibigan, IPT versus team ng Azubo TPA Assassins. Jay, what do you expect sa mga possible na mangyari dito?
Alright, so, well, definitely the lineup coming from IPT and TPA is both strong on both sides. They both have their ups and downs. Shyvana and the Lulu can have the double knock up when they engage. Lucian will be able to free hit very well with this. Of course, the Kha'Zix also on Kaigu here will allow him to be able to pick some champions of avoiding those knockups. And Shadow, of course, with the Leona, very tanky champion. I really like the lineup coming from IPT, a mix of heavy damage, utility, and tankiness here. While TPA also has a similar or favorable lineup as well with the Thresh and Twitch alone, and of course Syndra, and basically the 3 other champions aside from Thresh and Twitch have stuns, and this can definitely slow down IPT a lot, allowing Twitch to free hit very easily in the team.
Well, I think the only problem of team ng IPT dito ay they don't have enough burst damage to make sure that they can kill a champion against team ng Azubo TPA Assassins. Azubo TPA Assassins, they have Syndra, can burst down any champion dito. Even a tanky champion can be bursted down once matamaan siya ng stun. But since they have Lulu, for team ng IPT, they have Lulu to use that wild growth, the shield coming from his champion. The support coming from their champion is very effective against team ng Azubo TPA Assassins dito. But looking at the lineup of team Azubo TPA, they have Jax, they have Elise, they have Syndra, 3 champions that could use enough crowd control to make sure that they can kill a champion, they can secure their objective of killing a champion. They have Elise here to use that cocoon, they have Jax to use that counter strike, leaping in to initiate a team fight dito, and Chowie with that stun. Even though sobrang layo ng kapag sobrang galing ng Syndra player dito, he could use that stun and yung kanyang first kill as well to he can utilize that champion very well kasi makakasta niya na maayos kahit sobrang layo ng kanyang kalaban dito. And Thresh, to back it up, use that death sentence, use that the flay, yung kanyang skill dito. Sobrang effective ng lineup nila. So this is going to be very hard for team ng IPT to win this game, but hopefully they can do something para ma-turn around yung difference sa kanilang lineup dito. Kasi in terms of lineup, Azubo TPA Assassins have the huge difference dito, have the huge advantage against team ng IPT. The only thing that team IPT could do dito ay they have to secure their objective of getting the turrets, getting the dragon, and getting the baron. If they have the chance, hindi sila pwedeng mauna sa laban nito. Kailangan hayaan nila na mauna ang team ng Azubo TPA Assassins initiating the team fight, or they have to make sure na mauna sila muna bago team ng Azubo TPA Assassins. Kasi kapag nauna sila dito, stun lang agad isang champion. Matamaan yung Cocoon, matamaan ng Counter Strike, matamaan ng stun from Syndra, Death Sentence, sobrang GG na agad isang champion from team ng IPT dito. And once na mahuli nila, kahit na sino champion dito, kahit si Kha'Zix, kahit si Lucian pa to, for sure he will go down. But since they have Leona, a good champion pick for their support, they have Leona, they have Shyvana for the tanky lineup dito, meron silang enough sustained power to survive the team fight. They have the wild growth from Lulu once na mag-initiate si Shyvana with the dragon form, or itong si Leona with the use of his solar flare. So eto na mga kaibigan, welcome to the Summoner's Rift, laban sa pagitan ng team Azubo TPA Assassins versus team ng Imperial Pro Gaming Team.
Alright, so we'll have to see. I feel like IPT will do a lane swap, and based from their movement so far, it looks like they will be doing an early invade by the very least here. And TPA are all grew up together. Twitch will probably go solo just to put down a ward in their area, and then probably join the rest of this team. Of course, he might probably pick up invisibility just to scout out the rest of the map. Alright, so just give us a few seconds and yes. Alright, so oh, I'm really sorry about this. We're just adjusting the settings so it'll be a little bit nicer for you guys to see here at home. And there we see IPT. We've got all members in the top lane. They do plan to do an early invader. Jax is there, patiently waiting. I'm surprised he's not even showing himself or placing a ward. Sometimes they do show themselves, but this time around, Jax is there. We see some wards being placed down here, and IPT fear and the rest of the IPT are getting ready.
IPT.
But they will be spotted by that purple that ward or the trinket placed
good
down.
Idea for Jax kanina or for Archie to use that trinket earlier than the usual. But ito maganda sa Azubo TPA Assassins. As you can see, lahat ng trinket nila nagamit na nila. And if you are against a TPA, if you are going against TPA, you have to make sure not at least one champion from your team ay merong trinket, greater lens, or much better if all of your champion here will get the lens. Pero mas maganda siguro at least mga around 2 to 3 lang na champion dito ay merong greater lens to make sure that before invading a team fight, you have enough vision to secure your objective of getting the buffs or stealing the buffs of your opponent dito. But since nakita natin kanina na nakita sila ng ward na to,
yes, so
they invade. The plan of Team IPT to invade the team of Azubo TPA Assassins for now is already failure.
Yeah, I think IPT will go for this 4-1, 4-1-0 laning that we've been seeing a lot in the competitive scene, and we'll have to see how this turns out for IPT, since this will be the first time they will be executing this this strategy here. Alright, so looking at the lineup though, definitely in terms of push, I feel like Lucian can really do a good job of pushing really hard with Kha'Zix, of course, and Azubo TPA rather. Of course, they do have Jax. Could push us equally strong, including the Twitch. They do have some movements, attack speed buffs from their passive skills and other skills as well. Alright, so there's a slight pause in the game. Looks like somebody might have got disconnected. We just have to wait for that player to reconnect before we can resume into the game.
Yes, habang naghihintay tayo mga kaibigan, it's a very good job as well for team ng Azubo TPA Assassins. This ward, giving them the vision for team ng IPT kung saan sila susunod na pupunta dito after they got the red buff. To be able to push the first tier to the top lane, or they would gank the mid lane. Well, we never know kung ano yung possible na mangyari. But I am thinking that Shyvana or IPT Hero will go in the bottom lane once na makuha nila kagad yung first tier tirat dito. So like the usual, the body system will happen here for team ng IPT. And after nilang ma-leash enough itong si IPT Shadow or IPT Kaigu, they could just go for pushing the turret or helping other of their teammates to gank here. Pero mapapansin mo, after nilang ma-leash tong champion na to, IPT Fear and IPT Light, IPT Shadow will go there in the top lane to push the first tier tirat dito. And as you can see, nakapag-adjust kagad natin ang Azubo TPA Assassins dito. And instead of going against two champions in the top lane, Azubo TPA Assassins Achi goes to TPA wins to support wins dito and get the red buff as well. And like the usual, they will push the first utility in the bottom lane dito. So they will do the body system. It's a match between a body system and a body system. Like what I've said before, mas magandang ipang counter sa body system ay isa pang body system.
Alright, so with this, if ever they do continue the body system or at least a 4-1-0 laning phase, this gives TPA a huge open window on the Dragon as soon as they pick up the first turret. Now IPT, we have to see if they decide to push on to two turrets in the top lane in exchange for the Dragon, or will they try to pick up the tower as fast as possible in the top lane and then respond to the bottom lane. So this will be really interesting to see what the kind of decisions IPT will make in this particular game. TPA, of course, BB will be on the Twitch and he will be very happy on that. I'm sure he'll be able to probably pick up a lot of kills in this game if he is left unchecked by the members of IPT. And for Kha'Zix here, there's been some nerfs on Kha'Zix, including his skills. So we'll have to see if Kha'Zix can still be as effective as he used to be in the previous patches.
Like what I said before sa aking mga post sa ating League of Legends, after ng mga recent patch natin, we also how Kha'Zix is being nerfed slowly. Unti-unti siya talagang nabubura sa ating competitive scene. But now, nakikita ko pa rin siya sa competitive scene dito and sobrang effective niya in the jungler up until now. Why? Because yung slow na mabibigay niya sa void spike niya. Dati 30% lang, ngayon ay 50% na. That can be very effective every time nagagak siya sa kanyang kalaban.
Yeah, they're trying to shift the power of Kha'Zix from, because it's so standard now. Everybody always builds
Assassin.
6. They always evolve the 3 skills except the spikes. But with the shift in the spikes, allowing him to give more poke and more slow, this will be a huge advantage for Kha'Zix if they wanted to go for a different route. Alright, so yes, you are right. There will be a buddy system here. As you can see here, Kha'Zix and Shyvana are sharing experience in the jungle. They've already picked up the red buff and they're now picking up the raids as well. I think they will be picking up their blue buff, then heading to the top lane, similar to what TPA is doing in the other side of the map.
Yes, like what I've said before, I mean, habang discuss natin kanina about the Kha'Zix, the nerf coming from Kha'Zix dito, from an assassin champion, they're slowly turning Kha'Zix into a utility champion dito. Buffing his slows dito, and nerfing his damage output to kill one champion as soon as possible. I think that's one of the reasons why Riot is deciding to nerf this champion, but focusing more sa pagiging utility niya, giving the 50% slow for the void spikes dito. So instead, siguro ngayon possible na mas maganda kung i-evolve mo kagad yung Taster Fear instead of evolving yung kanyang Void Assault dito. So, like the usual mga kaibigan, body system for team ng IPT and team ng Azubo Taipei Assassins, but instead of pushing the first tier turret, team IPT is getting their own jungle minions dito sa laban na to. So, ever na magkasalbong sila, Kaigu and itong si Hero against
There we go. Elise has already spotted Kha'Zix and Shyvana there. They did not engage though, so this is quite interesting. I think Hero and Kaigu will try to defend the turret in the bottom lane. Elise will be joining, is crossing over to the other side of the jungle right now. Jax is ready in the top lane. I believe he used his teleport to get there.
Teleport para makapag-respond sa top lane and defend that turret dito. IPT Light taking huge damage from Chawi dito in the mid lane. And as you can see, Syndra is a champion that can go against Lulu, and I think it's a hard counter at some point. Mga kaibigan, she was ignited. Winds responded to the top lane and missed Cocoon, but Shadow taking a lot of damage. She was ignited, and he goes down. Here comes the Rebel. Fear used that flash out, but not enough for himself. Dito sa top lane, and he goes down. A good flash in, and the play from Jay dito managed to pick up a kill. It's a 2-for-9 exchange in the top lane.
Yeah, Jay making a really good play there, and Chawi stunning Kaigu there, forcing Kaigu to back away from Chawi. Chawi will be returning back to base, gonna probably pick up his first set of items here. Hero all alone in the bottom lane against BB. BB will have no problem harassing Hero from a ranged distance. Of course, IPT Hero is still 2 levels away from hitting his dragon form at level 6, and until then, he won't be able to do much against the Twitch in the bottom lane.
Siguro nagkaroon sila ng miscalculation in the top lane. Hindi sila aware na paparating doon si Wins to respond. And Jay as well, very good job voice champion, gangan the top lane, and letting Bebe to farm alone in the bottom lane dito. And walang ka-word-word dito ang team ng IPT, so they are not aware that Wins is coming from the back line, the pushing and helping as well dito sa kanilang team member. And with that, a huge difference na nangyari. So UNC around 1.3k ang ating goal difference in favor din ng Subutai pa Assassins. And kung nagtuloy-tuloy ang ganitong klase ng performance ng team ng TPA, they can surely snowball their items and win this team ng IPT. So hopefully anytime soon team IPT can respond here that kind of situation na binibigay sa kanila ng team ng TPA.
Yes, so it looks like Leona will be leaving her AD carry on the top lane for the meantime. Will be joining Kha'Zix in the roam here in the mid lane. Although you can see here, Thresh is doing the exact same thing here. We might see a very messy fight here in the jungle. Here we go. This is going to be some big action.
Ito na mga kaibigan, Kaigo have to use that leap out, but not enough for himself dito para makaligtas. A good rotation from team mga Subutai pa Assassins dito, as you can see. 3 champions sticking together, and instead of a balti system with the solo laner, it's with the support a champion.
Yeah,
and take note, Bebe is soloing hero in the bottom lane, and the hero can't respond very well. Hindi niya masabayan ng maayos, even though TPA Bebe is a ranged champion, it is an AD carry. Wow, wins again mga kaibigan, and with Jay, Shadow taking a lot of damage. Here comes the response from Hero and TPA Bebe. He have the Ratatat. He never use that Ratatat. Will he be able to pick up a kill here in the bottom lane?
This
but
is very
here comes
dangerous.
Kaigo to respond. I don't think they can win this team fight if ever they initiated here, since they have the solar flare. I mean, they have the stun coming from Shadow here. And
yeah, I'd
yes,
like to point out that last kill that they picked up is because of the wards over here and over here. They saw the Leona and the Kha'Zix going all the way down to the mid lane until they got to this choke point where they picked up an easy kill. So now back to the action. We can see here that TPA is trying to steal away the red buff.
Oh,
was it successful?
napaaga pag-smite dito ni Kaigo. And here comes the wild growth mga kaibigan. IPT Hero initiating the team fight. Meron siyang dragon form, but Kaigo goes down against Twitch here. 2 champion from team ng IPT goes down. Napakabilis na mga pangyayari dito. Red buff got stolen from team ng IPT dito. Very good team play for team ng Azubutai pa Assassins. Not only getting that red buff, but also killing 2 champions from team ng IPT. And I think this is the first dragon of the game. Azubutai pa Assassins will take it.
Yes, first dragon will be going to TPA. There's no way IPT will be able to contest this. Of course, Lucian is having a good time here in the top lane right now. It looks like he will be able to pick up the first surge of the game if he continues this. Let's see if he'll be able to pick this up. In terms of CS, I can see here that Twitch is actually ahead of CS over Lucian by about 5 CS here, and IPT here picking up the third, giving the team of IPT some much needed gold since they are starting to fall behind after that dragon pickup and those kills that Azubu TPA have already picked up so early in the game.
So you can see 66-74 ang ating CS between the 2 AD carries. And the problem here is that even though Lucian, mababayaan siya ng sobra sa top lane. Siya lang mag-isa nag-farm, getting the first tier turret, pero UNC, Bebe still ahead against dito kay Fear, getting the 1-0-1 score and around 10 CS advantage during the laning phase. So right now, 0-5 ang ating score. Ating goal difference ay around 3 or 4, I mean 3 for 4k or 3.3k dito sa laban nila. IPT, a very hard time mga kaibigan. Cocoon connected very well. IPT like taking a lot of damage. A good start from Chawi dito, but here comes the wild growth. A good death sentence from Jay dito, and that managed to pick another kill here in the mid lane. IPT Light will go down, and aray ko po ang ginagawa ng team Azubutai pa Assassins ngayon for team ng IPT. Sobrang pressure. Nabe-pressure ngayon ang team ng IPT dito sa laban nila. Team ng TPA. TPA, tama, even though 1-0 ang ating turret destroyed, laki ng goal difference natin ngayon na umabot na ng around 5k at this point of time.
Yes, and actually Win's doing really well so far in the Elise. He really loves using Elise even back in the previous season. And I think here 4-0-2 for the lead so far. Fear and Shadow now rotating in the bottom lane since there's no more tower there, so Shyvana should have no problem just defending that top lane here. Jay and Wins are here to join BB here in the bottom lane. You have to be really careful. I feel like they may even go for a dangerous dive here if they get a good opportunity here. TPA BB already almost with Blade of Ruin completed. Lucian on the other hand, of course, will go for a Bloodthirster instead. Alright, so Achi here, huge CS advantage over Shyvana so far, 66-39 with 3 assists as well. Also going for a bit of the routine.
Very well once again, my big, and here comes Shadow. Use that Zenith Mix. The W as well, but no good for his champion. And even though nakita mo yung pagpasok nila, and kahit sobrang lapit na sa third nila, they still have the disadvantage here going against 2 champions. Since sobrang farm na itong si Bebe getting the Beachwater Catlas and this Berserker's Graves. Ba sinasabi ko mga kaibigan, he was ignited. Shadow taking a lot of damage. He goes on once again against TPA J.
Yes,
what
Jay
a play for team na TPA.
Oh my god, Twitch is gonna chase down Lucian. I think he may even pick him up. No, Fear was smart enough to avoid that just now, and good spider sense coming.
No, we'll let us spawn in the bottom lane to end the job of TPA Bebe.
Yeah, so although Fear had spider sense on the Twitch, the spider sense from Elise was superior there and picking up the kill.
And here comes Kaiko with the bolt assault mga kaibigan. He have to use the counter strike. Archie taking a lot of damage, no word for him, so he can't disengage there using that hip, and I think he will go down. One more hit from any champion dito. Oh wow, it's IPT Kaiko at 1 kill in the top lane dito. 1-8 score, 2 minutes left bago mabuhay ang ating second Dragon of the game.
Nice stun coming from Syndra.
Once again, here comes the Ignite. Cocoon connected to Shadow. Rappel from Winds dito to chase down Light. But since merong turret dito, he have to disengage and push the second tier turret instead.
Yeah, I'm looking at Chow here. He's already completed his Unholy Grail already. First item straight up, and 4 assists so far. He almost bursted down Lulu. Luckily, Lulu had enough magic resist and HP to survive the burst coming from Chowie, and wow, look at the damage TP has just done to their second tower in the mid lane for IPT. It's almost gonna go down. Probably another wave if they decide to push it. They will be able to take it down. And
TPA
strong. Yes, still strong as usual. Being the reigning champs, you expect to see this kind of a performance with them.
They're still the best in Southeast Asia at this point of time. And we are, yes, nakikita naman natin talaga yung difference nila dito in terms of experience, in terms of strategies, build picks as well. Their decision making, sobrang laki ng difference natin. So ngayon nakita natin sila 1-8 ang ating score. At ang ating goal difference ay around 5k. Favor pa rin sa team ng TPA. And 30 seconds left before the Dragon respawn.
Alright, so Kaigu getting bullied out again from his red buff. Another red buff.
Sobrang control itong si Wind. Ang any buff this game. But IPT Hero, pagod ng pag-death sentence from Jay once again mga kaibigan. Wow. They're chasing their hero. Here comes the Solar Flare. Not any champion from Team Azubo type of assassin to stun. But here comes the Zenith Big mga kaibigan. Teleport from Jax. Here in the team fight mga kaibigan. He will join in. Death sentence connected very well once again. And here comes the leap in. No champion from Team Azubo type of assassin will die in that team fight. And with that, it's a 4-for-1 exchange in total in favor of Team Azubo type of assassins. And at least they got 1 kill.
That's right.
Like the match before. I think that's the match
the very first game. Yes, I know.
Yes. Esports.
Yes, that's right.
And it's so, I think wala silang nakuha ng kill doon. So ngayon 112 ang ating score. And lahat ng jungle buff ni Kaigu. So, I think in total at this point of time around 3 to 2 buffs pa lang ang nakuha ng team ng IPT dito. While Team Azubo type assassins get around 3, I mean more than 5 buffs na yan.
Yeah, it's actually an 11k gold lead right now for Azubu TPA, and look at the amount of pink wards and wards laid down there. Basically, just a particular zone, there's 3 wards covering the same area, and that's just how much investment TPA is putting in wards this early in the game.
Well, this is one of the reasons why they are the champion or the kings of the GPL. As you can see, tatlong. Can you imagine 3 vision ward in one team? We don't usually see that. And in competitive gaming, you have to make sure na you have enough vision para at least syempre makapag-deward ka ng mga wards dito, but not also to deward of your opponent's vision, but also to secure your objective of possible mo namin kasi pang-bait din to eh. So ito maganda sa TPA. Each one of them are bringing their own vision ward for their champion. So with that, they have the advantage not only in the map control dito. Ito natin ang vision ngayon ng team IPT, and this is the vision ng team ng Azubu Taipei Assassins. What a surprise attack from Bebe dito! IPT Kaigo will go down, and yes, he goes down dito mga kaibigan. IPT here is being chased down by the 2 champion of team Azubu Taipei Assassins, and it's a double kill for Bebe.
Yeah, see Bebe being very scary on the Twitch already.
Very surprising. Nagulat sila eh. They thought sila yung gagank dito, but with that surprise attack from Bebe,
sneaky.
sobrang sneaky mga kaibigan. And also with the Ratatat for Twitch, very good team play for Team Azubu Taipei.
Yeah, as you can see here, TPA BB being so chillax, just not even moving anymore. That Baron pit, just auto-attacking that Baron to the last second, and
16-minute mark, they got the first Baron of the game.
I think that might be one of the earliest Barons in the game so far in the GPL season, this season rather. And the IPT here trying to push the bottom lane there. A stun not connecting from Syndra. Look at that damage.
Oh, what a kiting skills from Chawi dito by that. But I think it will go down if ever na magamit ng maayos dito niya. Shadow ang kanya solar flare, but since it's on cooldown, Chawi managed to pick up a kill before dying, but no, he didn't die. And IPT Kaigo will go down as well in the top lane.
Yeah, IPT Heroes
score.
Being chased down by Achi and BB here.
Oh, what a spot from Jay! And a dead sentence as well! And Azubu Taipei Assassins, Bebe is down dominating. Still, it's a very good job for team na Azubu Taipei Assassins, controlling the game very well. And I think they're the driver's seat ngayon.
Yeah, I think this game is really a little bit out of control already. It's gonna be very hard for IPT to get back into this game at this point in time. Kills alone 17 to 1. Gold lead of about 16.1k right now, and that's just huge for a game that's only 18 minutes into the game so far. So as you can see here, BB sneaky again.
What a
take on another champion.
From Jay Dito for Shadow, and Shadow goes down. Wow. TPA making plays.
Yeah, lots of people always ban Thresh. I'm surprised IPT did not ban or pick up the Thresh before Azubu TPA, and it's gonna be very hard for them to get back into this game. Fear getting stunned again, dashing away to safety. IPT Hero now getting crushed. Any second now, I feel like this game will probably be over. You can see they still have the Baron buff here, and their health are regenerating really quick here. Chawi will be able to continue fighting if they wish to continue, but instead TPA decide to back away and push up, probably pick up a few more objectives and a few more items before ending this game.
They're not wasting any time. Team TPA will end this game as soon as possible, as soon as they can. They're not giving IPT a chance to redeem themselves sa laban na to. And I think Jay really doing his job very well sa laban na to. As you can see, level 9 siya throughout the game. And one reason kung bakit ganito yung kababa yung kanyang level.
Yeah, actually,
because he's always roaming around the map.
That's right.
Nasa lahat ng lane siya dito. And 1013
basta
score.
mahook lang niya eh, sapat na eh. Just one death sentence and his job is done basically. Everybody else will just dive in and pick up the kill really quickly. In fact, even the early kill they picked up, the flash play coming from Jay was really awesome. They were able to pick up a double kill so early in the game.
1013 score for Thresh, for Jay alone. Imagine 18 score for their team and 10-13 for Thresh. So more than 80% of the team clashes na nangyari dito, they have J. And nung nagkakaroon dito ng laruan mga kaibigan, si Aji and si IPT Hero, taas nga ba siya? Wala siyang dragon form. Still,
where is he going?
Still waiting. Mukhang medyo nilalaro na siya ni Aji dito. But one more hit mga kaibigan. Counter strike! He was stunned and he goes down.
Alright, so you can see here TPA trying to push the mid tower here. I think IPT is not really gonna contest this anymore. They're just all grouping up together and hoping somebody from TPA will go a little bit ballsy and try to dive under the 2/3 in the mid lane and pick up a kill here, but as you can see here, there's no aggression coming from IPT whatsoever right now. This is definitely because, as you can see, the gold lead is just huge already, and item lead and even the level, sobrang level gap na rin yung mga players ng IPT. Dalawang members from IPT are 11, 2 are 10, while on TPA we have one player is 14 and 2 who are 13 and 1 that's 12. And even Jay, who's level 10, is already at the middle of the pack for IPT in terms of levels.
Sobrang lagi talaga ng
alright, here comes BB. He's gonna probably pick up somebody. There we go.
IPT
Nice
Light! Staying a lot of damage. Here comes the Retenets once again, but Jay will go down here against the champion of Team IPT. And they managed to pick up a kill. Shadow was about to go down, but with the heal of his teammates, managed to get away. Kaiku,
wow, nice
before
pick up.
dying, managed to shut down Bebe.
Yes, tarnishing the deaths of BB here, making sure he picks up at least one kill on him. Old rivals, even back from season 1, if you remember, Kaiku being the mid lane for Manila Eagles back in those days. TPA Archie very angry on that Jack. You can hear him hammering around.
Again,
connecting.
Wow, wins with that cocoon. Can you imagine his accuracy using that cocoon? IPT Light will go down once again. 324 score at this point of time. And I think it's about time to end the game. Kaigo diving in, but Queens managed to take his life before ending the game. So it's an ace 325 sword. At this point of time, and again, congratulations Team TPA winning the first game against team ng IPT.
Yeah, so congratulations to TPA winning against IPT. It was actually a blowout game, going 3 kills for IPT and 25 for the reigning champions TPA, Azubu TPA, and Chowie doing pretty well on his first game under the TPA name. So good job for Chowie, going 309 on the Syndra. I feel like even though he did pretty well, he wasn't able to perform as strong as he probably wanted to on that Syndra. Especially Syndra has a very powerful skill here, but wasn't able to execute as many champions as he would have hoped to happen. So anyway,
ngayon, 325 score, and yes, TPA dominated this game very well. 10-07 for TPA wins, 1-1-14 for TPA J Tito. Bebe getting the 715 score, 410 for Achi, Chowie 309. Halos lahat ng team members sa kanila ay sobrang dami ng kanilang kill. That when it comes to KDA, sobrang laki ng leap nila sa laban na ito. And the only problem for team ng IPT dito and is I think the thing is medyo nagkaroon sila siguro ng when it comes to decision making, hindi pa sila ganon ka-concrete or tinatawag natin na ka-solid. Mapapansin mo, maganda yung ginagawa nilang early invade in the top lane dito, trying to get the red buff of Team TPA, but they're aware. They saw what might happen dito.
Pero sa tingin
kailangan
ko,
i-practice ng team ng TPA ng team ng IPT dito ay yung vision.
Yes, I was about to say that.
Before going in.
Yun lang naman talaga nagpapanalo sa TPA. Their superior vision control over IPT allowed them to pick up those first early kills and basically snowball the rest of the game. IPT, ilang beses siya nahuli. Dun pa lang sa in-example ko ng 7-minute mark when Leona decided to join Kha'Zix to roam in the bottom lane. TPA already saw them moving down from the top river all the way down to the jungle side of the red buff. Yes. And there's already 3 members waiting in that bush. As soon as they came in there, easy kill. Walang kahirap-hirap. And after that, tuloy-tuloy na.
Sa pinakamaganda sa TPA kasi dito, yung talagang pag-control nila sa jungler. I mean, sa jungle mismo ng team ng IPT dito. As you can see, in the red buff, the golem and the raids, they have enough vision there. They have the vision ward, they have the wards. Halos lahat ng teamfight, kung mapapansin mo, halos lahat ng clash in the mid game dito ay nangyari doon sa part na yun.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe IPT felt a lot of pressure, particularly in this game. Like,
Sobra.
Kaigu always, like you said, parang masyado maaga yung smite niya. I feel like they would have easily taken their own red buff if he didn't smite too early. Pero since they know it's TPA, how aggressive TPA is, he tends to end up smiting too early, and this allows them to smite back.
Like what you've said, they're being pressured dito. Not only they're going against Team TPA, they are holding or bit-bit nila yung syempre yung flag ng Philippines dito to go against the international scene. So, mga kaibigan, sa lahat ng mga nanonood dyan, hopefully, marami tayong matutunan sa mga laban natin dito. Well, we can't blame Team IPT going against the king of the GPL. They're still in their glory days hanggang ngayon. They're still the best in Southeast Asia. So, we can't blame Team IPT losing this game. And take note, being sobrang dominated sa laban na to. Let's just help Team IPT to improve more. Or at least, we could give suggestion what they should have done. They should do sa mga mangyayari nila, sa mga desisyon nila dito, kung ano yung dapat nilang sanang binuo or ano sana dapat maging champion pick nila, instead of bashing them, instead of saying na dapat kami nalang naglaro dyan. No, you can't do that. Hindi mo kayang lampasan or hindi mo nga siguro makatapak sa challenger dito or anything. So sa lahat ng mga nanonood dyan mga kaibigan, please stay calm. So alam natin lahat na hanggang ngayon ay hindi pa rin ganun. Siguro di pa natin nakikita yung potential ng ating mga summoners, I mean ng ating mga PH team at this point of time, but
siguro a good example would be Maki Esports.
They're new.
They're new, but all their players are actually challenger players from Taiwan. And although they did well to qualify, they're not a well-oiled train like TPA and the other teams who've been around for quite a while now. Yes. They've already got a lot of practice, a lot of experience. They have a lot of training and strategies, a lot more than Maki Esports, who's just only a few months old. Just similar to IPT as well, actually.
So, yes, may nakita ko before na nagsabi na they're still students. So, we can't blame them. Nag-aaral pa ang ating mga players dito. So, bukod sa pagiging pro player, hinahati-hati nila yung oras nila. Not only studying, but also siyempre sa paglalaro ng League of Legends. So, unlike the other players, like halimbawa from the Taiwan, itong mga TPA, siyempre, trabaho na nila to eh. So, they have to win the games talaga. And they're more focused sa pagiging pagpapractice nila instead of doing any other things dito.
Yeah, so I just like to point out probably the MVP for this game is TPA wins. His good roaming and his several smites steals.
And syempre si Jay.
Of course, Jay was also very good on his flash. Actually, everybody performed really well in this game. Everybody was key here. Of course, Wins had the most kills in the game, so I'll probably have to hand it over him the particular MVP for this particular game. But yes, props to Jay for doing a really good job, of course.
Roaming excellent around the map, to be honest. Ganda na performance dito.
Alright, so that's basically it for tonight, and we will be broadcasting again tomorrow night for another 4 matches. I believe tomorrow IPT has another game.
Tomorrow, meron pa tayong schedule for tomorrow's matches. So yan, we have here the tomorrow's matches mga kaibigan. 6 PM, we have Saigon Jokers versus team ng BKT. We have team of, I think matches
HQ
Fighters versus team
IGL, yes.
Matchy versus team ng IGR this coming tomorrow 7 PM. I mean 8 PM, we have the Wargas versus team ng AHQ Esports.
So, yeah, so basically around the same time tomorrow, we'll be having Wargas going against AHQ.
Yes. So yan. Mga kaibigan, maraming salamat sa lahat na nanonood ngayong gabi ito. Again, you're watching the Green Premier League 2014 Summer Season. Kita-kits tayo ulit bukas, same time slot, 6 PM hanggang 9 PM or hanggang 10 PM. Balis ako ano mangyari. And again, I'm DJ Spear.
And I'm Jay.
Kita-kits tayo ulit tomorrow. Again, Happy Independence Day sa lahat ng mga tao.
Yes.
Hindi lang pala sa mga summoners, sa lahat ng mga tao, estudyante.
Happy Independence Day to all the Filipinos, and we will be seeing you tomorrow.
Again, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga summoners. You're watching the Green Premier League 2014 Summer Season. Kita-kits ulit tayo bukas.